Do you think we should have kilts more often in like normal day to day? Like
name of the game down there is freedom, boys.
Really?
You know, like at the end of the day, like you're just walking around and they just feel comfortable.
How's the swamp ass? Better?
Way better.
Yeah.
Because it's not even there. Like half the times I tell guys, you know, one thing you don't have to worry about is washing your kilt as often as you would your pants.
No
really?
way.
It's not touching anywhere intimate. It's wrapped around you.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really hold a fart like a pair of pants. It kind of just
it just lets
moves
it flow.
on. Wow, that's pretty
And
sweet.
you could always blame it on anybody else.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of Men at Work. I'm Kyle Pagan. As always, I'm joined by Matt Peoples. Matt, where are we today?
Kyle, you better believe we're kind of back to my origins as a Irish young man. We're at the Celtic, not Celtic, quit saying Celtic, the Celtic Festival in beautiful Burlington County. We just watched for real 2 knights fight. They have like an actual like dress up knight fight with like full armor and stuff, and it looks like it hurts more than it's worth.
It's insane. It's actually the closest I think we've ever gotten to medieval times.
Yeah. Which, speaking of
Dude.
medieval times, it's unbelievable. It's making me nervous.
That guy just put a shield to that guy's head.
I wonder, there's a big crowd around them too. So I wonder if you're like one of those guys betrothed to watching. Does that make you kind of feel something, or do you think you're like, oh my god?
I mean, how many layers are we away from these guys? How many
That's a good
layers of
point.
separation are we away from dressing up in full knighthood and just beating the ever-living piss out of each other?
I think you're right, because as a content creator and a comedian, we really are. Where there was just like, you know, they say a boat, you just do a small turn and then you end up 3,000 miles away from it.
Yeah.
We really were one small turn. We were on the Titanic and we would have went right into the iceberg.
So
You
what
and
are
I
these? Are like former
scraping.
theater people that just like are like, all right, I got to find myself after college. I have an art degree that I can't do anything with.
Yeah.
Let's just become a Renaissance fair individual. Let's go to the Celtic Festival and just beat the shit out of each other. Is that kind of thing?
I think it's good. I think it's probably an alternative to like, I don't want to say that some other guys are incels, but I think it's probably that might be the worst version of this.
Honestly, yeah, like this could be a school shooter and dressed up here. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't shoot up the school. They actually came down to the Burlington County Celtic Society Festival and just beat the shit out of each other with medieval gear on.
Now, is it a little bit funny to think of like a night guy going into a school dressed up like that and that's his mode? Yeah, that's a little bit funny to think about, folks, but that's nasty talk.
Yo,
Hello, Kyle. What are you doing?
nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some Thrive.
Are you all alone? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up?
Yo, Cheeto, pick up the phone.
Yo. What's up?
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True.
I'm excited to be here. Have you ever been to anything like this?
No. Well, since we did the Renaissance Fair about 5 episodes
Okay,
ago.
yeah, so we did exactly that. That was a smash hit performance. No, I like it, dude. This is kind of fun for me. I feel like this kind of channels back to like my very nerdy days. I was an extraordinarily weird kid growing up. I was like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. I'd watch my cousins play. And then D&D. You Dungeons and Dragons
No.
guy?
Why would you even ask me that? You know the answer to that.
I just want to break through in one thing for you that brings out the inner dork in
What
you.
did I tell you?
What's that?
I said I don't have memories of my childhood that don't wrap around sports. It's something traumatic happened that I don't have memories before the age of like 18.
You're like a Menendez brother, dude.
Stop it. I don't. People are getting canceled left and right on that. I don't think we could have an opinion on this.
All right,
guys.
yeah, maybe we won't talk about it. All we
What are
want
you thinking? Innocent, guilty.
There's great people on
Draw
both
a line in the
sides.
sand. Israel, Palestine, and then Menendez Bros. I want you to answer right now.
I'll tell you right now, I'm on the brothers' side 100%.
Oh, dude, you're on Palestine side?
I'm with the P's. Yeah, I'm with the PNs.
You're on
Dude.
the brother side?
Nah, let the boys free. I don't understand
Which
the
ones?
opposite opinion. Huh?
Which ones?
All of them from different regions of the Middle East and California or wherever they're from. I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm backing you into a corner right now. Why do you let me do this?
I'm in the corner and I'm actually giving you some body shots.
Watching
That's
you
what happens. You
kiss
put me in the
her.
corner and I give you a couple.
Oh.
Nah, shout out to Menendez Brothers. I'm not scared to say that opinion. I think they should be free.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
I haven't done my
Just gave mine.
research. I'm going to sit this one out. I haven't done my research. I don't like to talk about things that I don't have my research done on.
All the other things that we talk about that we have no idea about, this is where you draw a line.
Yeah, Menendez Brothers. Menendez Brothers are hot in the street right now. I thought that was like a cold, closed case.
Yeah.
Turns out there are a lot of layers.
They're like the flu. I feel like they come up every couple of years and it's real bad.
Well, they have that really, really, really cool thing in pop culture where they were in the back of a Mark Jackson card. You ever see that? They're sitting front row at a Knicks game.
Yeah.
And like that Mark Jackson card, which is like would typically go for like $5-10 on the market, goes for like maybe like $200-500 on it because the Menendez Brothers are literally sitting front row right behind.
That is insane. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, I think their parents were dead by then, so they're just like gallivanting. Again, I didn't do enough research. Haven't watched one episode. I think sometimes in society we have too many opinions on things.
Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
Sure.
I'm gonna sit the Menendez Brothers out
I think that's a crazy one for you to be like, that's the one I'm not touching.
because I'm seeing people get canceled for having their opinions on it. And you know what? I enjoy a nice canceling because I don't think canceling is real. But I'm gonna sit this one out.
Who's getting canceled?
I've seen people be like, nah, the Menendez brothers should be still in jail. They did some horrific things, which I kind of agree with, but I'm also like, well, they had, some unfortunate circumstances happen in their life, which I also kind of agree with. And they've also done 30 years. And now I'm giving my opinion where I just said I was going to sit this out.
But boom, who's in the corner now? We put Baby in the corner.
How about those Phillies, man?
Yeah, how about those Phillies? I wonder if the Menendez brothers were at any of those games. Mark Jackson card with them in the background.
Yeah.
Shot his dad. He's like, hand down, man down.
His dad should have had it hand up.
Mark Jackson's got nothing but parents going, Mama, there goes that man. That's crazy.
He's replicated all his famous quotes off of the Menendez brothers.
Mark
shooting.
Jackson, he's got their aura within them. Yeah, how about
Do
that?
you think the Menendez brothers hit up Mark Jackson and was like, this is what I said when I hit my father?
We've been
Mama,
listening to
there goes that
We
man.
got a couple notes for you, Mark. Look, Mama,
Yeah.
there goes that man.
Mark, they only put the national broadcast games on in the prison over here, so I've been watching a lot of it. I wrote you this note of some things that you can say. You don't have to attribute them back to me and stuff.
Yeah, we think you're great. They got to get Doc Rivers off the air.
I mean, technically, the Menendez brothers' father should have played better defense.
Yes, he should. He should have been playing with his hand up.
Yeah,
That was totally on him.
100%.
The parents should have went man. They're playing zone.
100%.
They yeah, we're not going to get canceled over that at all. That'll be a great.
No.
The one thing I will say is
Gotta get aboard.
Mark Jackson has one of my favorite on-air moments of all time, where he was calling a game. I think it was an NBA Finals game.
Yeah.
And I think it was LeBron was playing the Warriors like during that run where they played nonstop. And Mark Jackson starts talking about LeBron's wife.
Yeah.
Have you seen this clip?
I'm going to give my opinion on it after you're done because I think
Okay.
you're spreading fake news, but go ahead.
Okay, I may be. I'm just trying to get a better understanding. There's no fakeness. It's just that's just a duck. Let's go. That's
That
the
woman's
greatest
got
thing
it.
I've ever seen.
Anyway, back to LeBron's wife.
So there's a clip where he's talking about and Savannah James, one of the best women that you could ever hope to have by your side. And with all due respect, I'd knock it out of the park. That's like, what the fuck?
Do you know what the clip was before?
What was it?
Apparently, it was like her playing softball or something like that. It was talking about softball, and that's why he says, I'd knock that out of her park, respectfully. Look at you,
he's
dude.
still saying he would bang his wife.
No, I think the conversation was around they would play softball, and she was a softball pitcher, and he was like, if I went up against her, I would knock that out of the park, respectfully. But fake news media cut it.
Yeah, I would
And
just
now
say,
Mark Jackson's now like the horniest dude of all time when he's actually like the most Christian dude of all time. That's why he got like half the reason why he got fired from the Warriors.
Why?
They would have like prayer circles and stuff, and he's like very devout Christian and stuff. I'm pretty sure he tried to recruit guys to his church, and his wife's like even more like devout Christian and stuff.
No shit.
And they would just like pass their views on like the locker room and stuff. Like
Yeah.
you got, like fucking like Steph Curry in like his third year. You got Klay Thompson. You got like all these guys that are like Draymond Green.
Wow.
And he was just trying to pass all his beliefs off to him, and they were like prayer circles and stuff. Like, all right, get on one knee, hand down, man down, to God. Mama, there goes that.
Mama, there
man.
goes that savior.
Mhm.
That's crazy. I had no idea. I honestly don't
Fake news,
really
Matt.
get. I
Fake
don't
news
really-
peoples.
Look, I was just operating under the information I was given.
Dude, I'm a walking Snopes.
You're not a walking Snopes, dude.
I totally just gave our listeners all this stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you're just adding the context beforehand. I don't know if that's. I guess you're kind of Snopes. You might be Snopes.
Snopes dog.
Give me one more Snopes then. Something about.
Spread some more lies.
Okay, was COVID made in the lab? How about something light?
Actually, COVID was made in the lab.
It was though.
it's proven,
I
actually.
think they actually admitted that after a little while.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up, team?
Let's get you on.
Yes, please.
One over here. One over here. God, look at that chainmail.
That is crazy. That's so sick.
Just throw these on. So, what's your first name?
Chris.
Chris. And then
Jesse.
Jesse.
Chris and Jesse.
Dude, we just saw people beating the shit out of each other over there. What the hell is going on?
So that is Armored Combat Worldwide. We are a full contact armored sport.
Wow.
The best and easiest way we can describe it is medieval MMA.
Oh, what? Dude, how far do you guys travel?
We have sports or competitions all over the United States, all over the world.
We just had one in Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, last weekend. That
My
was in
God.
Sandy, Utah, I believe. It was FightCon.
Are you guys driving all over the place? You flying all over the place? What's going on?
It is whatever the person decides. We have people who will fly with their armor. We have people who will drive. We try and get big old carpools going.
Yeah.
How is armor getting through TSA? I guess probably got to be fairly
Dude, if I
interesting.
get stuck behind you two, I'd be so
That's-
pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you get stuck behind a guy with full plate, I might be like, what's going on?
Yeah, but then I would never feel safer in my entire life. If
That
I'm
is
on a
true.
plane with somebody in a full suit of armor, I'd be
Yeah.
like, thank God this thing's not going anywhere.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I've never done it personally, but all our guys who fly, they say they never had any problem. TSA is well aware of what we do.
Really?
So
Wow.
all our stuff is, as we tell people, don't worry if you get pulled over by the cops. It is all legal sporting equipment.
Right.
Sporting equipment.
Sporting equipment. Yeah, that's fair.
I like that. Get that from a Dick's, Yeah, Modell's.
So I noticed you mentioned that you're the full contact. Are there like partial? How do you do this partial contact?
Yeah, what do you think about those pussies in partial contact?
It seems pretty aggressive for anything
Yeah.
less than full contact.
I am well aware that this is not for everybody. And look,
Sure.
if it's not for you, it's not for you. But
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you
It's
this.
certainly not for me. I got scared watching it.
Dude, I want to tell our followers at home, it was so funny to
It's
watch.
so
it was
sick, dude.
awesome, dude.
It's the coolest
Just
thing.
imagine two dudes just beating the absolute piss
Two
out of
dudes
each
or
other.
women.
Or women, too.
Yes.
For how long? How long do the rounds go?
So our typical rounds will be between 45 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
And they will usually do best of 3. So if you win both, it's 2 rounds. If you don't, it's 3 rounds.
Okay.
With usually about a 1 minute rest in between.
Yeah.
And we do guys who do up to 90-second rounds.
Wow. And how many?
Wow.
And up to 3 rounds? 90 seconds? Wow. Are you the champ of the women's division? Or of the entire division?
Is there a women's division?
Is there a
actually?
women's
Yeah.
division?
There is.
Okay.
There aren't many women in the sport.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, this gentleman right across the table from me, this is who I'm fighting.
Nice.
I'm 5'3"
Yeah.
on a good day with boots.
So you don't do weight classes?
In typical competitions, we will have
Okay.
not only weight classes, but men's and women's divisions.
Got it.
Wait, so you two are fighting?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We fought last time. a couple
How does that
times.
go?
What's the all-time record between you two?
We don't keep track.
Yeah.
Why not?
There's no fun. We just beat each other up.
So this is for the love of the game.
Yeah. All of us do this because it is a hobby.
Yeah.
So is it a sanctioned event?
Yes.
Okay.
It is fully sanctioned, but when we run them a little bit looser than
like
a
that.
typical competition.
No, I love that. Why not
How
run
so?
them looser when you just you can just beat the piss out of each other? I like
Is
that.
that? Are you like drinking during the rests? What does it mean? It's a little bit looser. Like, does that just?
I mean, if you want, go nuts, drink.
Wow, that's cool.
What are the typical injuries?
Typical injuries, actually, most of our injuries come from practice, not from fighting. So that armor is about 80 pounds, full steel, usually, and you don't feel much in it.
Really?
I would assume so because are you guys like what kind of weapons are you using?
So I just fought with a mace and a punch shield.
And mace is the one that's like on the string, right?
No, that's a flail. That's
Flail.
actually not legal in our sport.
Oh.
So yeah, we have specific
So you do have rules.
guidelines. Yeah.
Okay.
A mace, it's the ball kind of going to stick.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got it.
That's not my preferred weapon of choice. In duels, I like arming swords. They're a lot faster. But I just got done fixing. I call it the cleaver. It was a longer falchion that I had shortened for melees.
Got it.
So it's a little bit beefy. It's gonna hit a little bit harder, and it's got a D grip on it, so I can punch with it too.
How do you win?
Wow.
It depends in a melee. It's pretty much if it's 2 teams. Sometimes it could be 3-on-3, 5-on-5, 16-on-16.
The largest melee I was in myself, it was about 40 on 40. The largest one I've witnessed is 150 on 150.
Oh my God.
It is pure chaos and pure fun.
Where does that happen at? Just like malls or something, or where do you do it at?
So we typically do fight and stuff like this, Celtic festivals, Ren fairs, and we hold pure competitions that are just that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we said, we just had one in Utah, Salt Lake City, FightCon. Yep.
We do
Love it.
have FitCon coming up next August
Nice.
too. Also in
FitCon
Utah.
will be our regionals.
Nice.
Same
Wow.
place, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay.
And it's a full competition. You'll see melees there. You'll see knife fights. You'll see duels. So what you guys witnessed was kind of a crawl. It was a knife fight,
Right.
which typically also has throws in it, but we took them out for today just for people's safety.
Yeah.
It's just pure chaos. Just that's where you get that MMA. A duel is more technique, so you'll see a lot more movements with your weapons, swords, axes, stuff like that. And both duels and knife fights, those are your point systems. So,
Okay.
Strike on anywhere on the body is 1 point. A disarm is another,
Yeah.
and then if you fall over, that's another point.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's the purses like?
How much it costs?
No, what's the purses like? Can you win like money if you're like the granddaddy of them all?
It depends. Some places, unfortunately, it's illegal to do prize fights. So it does, but I've been in competitions where I've heard the prize going up to 10 grand.
Wow.
So is this like the amateur kind of thing, and then the goal is like a medieval times type of deal? Is that like somebody you guys look at as like one day, or is that just kind of more of an actor thing?
So we're a little bit different from medieval times. Our goal is it is the world tournament. It's kind of like our version of the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's where you'll see that 150 on 150.
Yeah.
So we hope to get there one day. If not, we just enjoy the sport.
Okay.
How do you get there? Like, is there like a whole like ranking system and everything?
So we do have qualifiers. So that one in Salt Lake City, Utah coming up, that's our regionals, and that's where a lot of the guys who will get picked for the team, for the United States team, will come from. There's also, you'll have lower ones so that's actually Jess's job. She is the North Atlantic region commander. She will pick all our team to send to that regional championship.
Yeah.
And whoever she says goes is who will be sent there to fight, and then those guys can get picked to go on to the world tournament.
Wow.
Who's the guy right now, or who's the guy in the in the country right now? Who's the best of the best?
It's always moving around. So we do have our he's the guy who started the sport. He's wandering around somewhere. His name's Andre Sanu. He started the sport with a couple other people about 11 years ago. He brought it to America, I should actually say. He has won, I'm going to say, more than 10 gold medals across the pond. He's up there.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of interesting. So I guess it obviously originated in Europe, because in America, there's never been any knights that I could think of, right?
So this sport is actually, it originated in Europe.
Right.
Back in actual medieval times. So we're not reacting medieval battles or anything. We're redoing a medieval sport in modern times. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, what countries would do, France, Europe, or whatever, they would actually send their knights to these competitions to keep them fight ready in case you go to war. Because if there's no one's currently at war, your knights are just sitting around.
Yeah, you gotta keep your skills sharp.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone ever died?
No, not that I am aware of.
Well, how sharp are the swords? How
I was gonna say,
how badly can you get hurt?
They are fully blunted, and we have had broken bones. We've had bruises, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because of territory.
Yeah. But it's no more dangerous than regular MMA, football, any of that. Concussions, the whole 9 yards.
Because man, I'm trying to really put the point home, man. You guys were beating the ever living piss out of each other.
It
and
was
like
you could hear it from the other side of the field, like the smacks that were happening. It made me scared.
It was awesome.
That's great.
Are you fighting today?
Not today, no.
Okay.
She is.
I just got done with the fight, but unfortunately the hood inside of my helmet it worked its way down in front of my eyes, so I was fighting the whole time blind.
I love it.
How did it go? Yeah, did you win?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a couple hits. It's kind of feeling my way in the dark.
Yeah.
But I'm actually about to go back to the tent and sew it back together.
Got it.
You kind of have to have a couple skills if you're going to be in this sport. You're going to be a little bit of arts and crafts.
Right.
But I'm going to try sewing it back together, and hopefully by the next fight I'll be good to go, and I won't be blind again.
Nice.
Sure.
Where can people find you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I have one
Yeah,
last
go
question. So you're saying you sew it together. Do you buy your own set of armor yourself, or is it like a rental?
All our stuff is, we buy it ourselves. Now, some people are nice enough to loan this stuff out to our new guys.
How much does that cost?
I think my full kit, probably about $5,000 or $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I prioritize safety over everything. Being much smaller and having to fight guys that are 6'2", 6'5" on average.
Sure.
I want to make sure that when they hit me, and if I do have to eat it, I am gonna be able to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, what do you do? What do you do outside of this?
I run an auto shop.
That makes
Really?
sense. That makes sense.
That's kind of cool.
definitely-
I used to be a mechanic, so a little bit of the skill set from there crossed over into this too.
Yeah.
Welding, you know.
You ever just want to take a
vegetables.
fucking wrench to one of the guys' heads?
Not yet. I don't know
alright.
if that's legal.
Yeah.
Probably not outside the sanctioned
Well,
event.
as a boss, have you ever thought about just walking in full night suit and being like, "Shit's different now"?
Oh yeah, no, I do.
Have you done?
On an average day, I
Shit's
have my.
Wow.
I usually keep all of my armor in my car,
Okay.
so sometimes I gotta break out the helmet.
Listen, our
Yeah.
our oil change times are a little too high right now. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them down,
Yeah.
or you're
Listen,
gonna feel the
guys.
wrath.
And let me ask you this: from a mechanic perspective, I got sold on a higher grade synthetic oil when I got an oil change. I got screwed out of money, right?
Depends what kind of car you got.
It's a Honda CRV 2011.
Doesn't even have air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
That's kind of like the middle year. They started with 5W20, just regular, and
Yeah.
then there was a transition year where they went to the 020.
Yeah.
You could probably do 520.
Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but I think that means I
Did
got
he get screwed?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean you could go longer on your oil change.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
What do
I'll
you do
take
for a
that.
living?
I actually work for the New Jersey taxation.
You're the motherfucking taxing this thing.
I do not do the taxes.
You're the
I-
feds.
I-
Oh, get mad at Chris.
I'm the guy behind the scenes helping keep everything running.
Okay.
How so?
We transport desks, computers, pretty much something needs to be done that's not taxes, we do it.
I love that.
Anything else?
I want to keep you guys all day. But
I
it's so
know.
fascinating.
But I also want to watch you guys beat the shit out of each other.
True,
So
yeah.
we can't keep you the whole time.
2 o'clock, our next fight.
2 o'clock next fight.
Oh, sweet.
Do you
Always
let
come
people
back.
just walk up?
We are doing fight a night.
What is that?
We're doing fight a night.
What's
so pretty much, we are given a foam boffer. That way, we're not allowed to hit you with steel. Obviously, you can come in the ring and you would get. Are we giving them real steel today? We do
You
boffers.
can try swinging real steel on
Yeah.
our pelts. We cannot let you swing real steel at another person.
Okay.
There's a whole laundry list of legal reasons.
But
So-
yes, if you would like to come and hit us with some of our boffers, it's our practice equipment. Totally up for it.
Okay. Do you ever get like some kind of weird people who seem like they have nefarious reasons for wanting to do that?
Oh yeah, we did early this morning, I think.
What happened?
He was he wanted to take it out on the Pell. Something about I'm not doing the dishes again. Oh yeah.
Where was I?
So he's
I
mad
don't know where
his
you
wife.
were.
There was a guy hitting somebody dressed in night gear, screaming about
Not doing
his
dishes.
wife.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
That's
scary.
I kind of on the side a little bit, honestly. I've kind of been there a couple times.
The dishes suck.
Yeah.
Dishes do.
Dishes
Take
and
yourself.
laundry, I would actually take it out on a fake night.
Yeah, I might take it up on that offer, yeah.
Hey, look,
Okay.
this is my therapy.
It is fun to think about you in a therapist chair in full night gear,
Yeah.
being like, yeah, I just don't know what's going to go on at home. I kind of enjoy that. The dishes suck.
I hate my parents.
What? I can't hear you.
I just grew up not liking my parents.
Okay. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for
Yeah,
this.
this
I
was a
really
lot of fun. We
appreciate it.
really appreciate
this is
hanging out. This is
God,
really cool,
this is
man.
insane.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck in regionals and nationals and
Yeah,
beyond.
seriously.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Cheers.
luck.
Where can people
Thank
find
you
you?
very much. We appreciate
we're
it.
on
Good luck with
Facebook
everything. Thank you.
and What do you have? What did you do?
Instagram.
Instagram. You know our stuff. You're a social
Yeah, what's your
media
social
Yeah.
stuff?
So we're under New Jersey Leeds Devils ACW, and also on Facebook. I believe it's just Leeds Devils
Okay.
ACW.
Okay.
Under both.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you for
guys.
having us.
Have
Hey,
fun.
thanks for having us.
Chris, good meeting you. Thanks, man.
How about that?
Dude, I don't think I could possibly do it. It's one of those things. that
I
I'm
think
like,
you're really protected.
yeah, but I think people say like, oh, we're protected because they're used to it. Like, you got to talk to somebody who's like, they've done it twice. I'd be like, dude, what's really going on? And they're like, yo, it is hard. It's
It's probably like
hurts.
getting tackled in football. Where
Yes.
like if you're like a football player, you're like, "Pfft,
Yeah.
I got tackled.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, dude, it fucking killed. It sucks getting tackled.
I'm telling you, you get like a seasoned vet, they're going to tell you the same thing. I really need a guy who went there one time and he's like, yo, jiu-jitsu is hard and all the guys are mean.
I did kickboxing for like a month.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I loved it. Thought it was so cool. And then they tried to get me to do they tried to get me in the ring.
Yeah.
I can't be punched.
Were you doing solo kickboxing or are you against
Yeah, like
somebody?
on the pads, like
Yeah.
and like guys would hold pads, and you also have like the other pads and stuff like that. You have it like boxing gyms and stuff, and then like you get the first thought of like fighting someone, and I can't be punched.
Yeah. What do you do? What's your reaction? Do you get angry? Like, do you go like, I hate you? Or do you get kind of like scary?
I hate like
I can see you get, what the fuck?
I get annoyed.
Yeah.
Like I get. Do you remember like my buddy? I had one buddy who used to be a big Nurple guy, and every time we
Oh.
were drinking, Like he would get like you'd be coming back with 2 pitchers. You'd be like right
Yeah.
there, and that used to drive me up a wall.
Oh, I'm 100%.
Something about being pinched drives me up a wall.
Kyle, we were meant to do this podcast. That is my number one thing. You can slap me, you can punch me.
Yeah.
If I get pinched, there's something in me.
My delicate skin.
I feel my muscles form in a way like where they feel strong because I'm so angry. It's an animal
turning
instinct.
into the Hulk. Oh, dude, and that pinch will stick with me for like at least 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like you could punch me in the shoulder and be like, all right, that kind of hurt. You know, but it'll go away in like 30 seconds. Dude, you pinch me.
Oh,
I'm ready to drop the gloves.
yeah. The pinch.
So if they pinched me first, I could fight the heavyweight contender of the MMA if he pinched me first.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel the exact same way.
Conor McGregor, you're up, dude, but you got to pinch me first.
Oh, I'm going to pinch you on your tiny shoulder. I don't know why he's Mike Myers from Shrek, but
No, I mean he is. He's an annoying
same
drunk
thing. Big orange idiot,
Irish
dude.
guy.
Conor McGregor, if you're out there, I'm not scared of you, dude. I'll pinch you right back. Pinching annoys me, and the other thing that would get me is when somebody would push me, and I wasn't expecting. Like, you know when you get pushed and you're expecting it, you can kind of stiffen up and take the push.
No.
When you get pushed and you're not expecting it, and your head moves, and you go like, because then you look like a goddamn idiot, and you're getting hurt.
Yeah.
That was the thing that always killed me. Like
Dude,
one of my
Miles-
buddies comes
You're Miles
behind me.
Teller in Whiplash. You got little whiplash, and it turned you into an angry person.
True. Yeah, I'm sitting there.
But go
beating
ahead.
the drum.
So wait, I want to explore this. So you get pushed, and you just go off the deep end.
Well, I think you can relate to this because it's more of a tall guy thing. I think when you're smaller, you're lower to the ground. You don't get much of a shake when you're pushed.
Okay.
Because I was a taller kid, my smaller buddies would like push me in the small of my back, and I would like get pushed forward, and the neck goes up, and I hit like
it's
a
definitely a dominance thing because when the small guys try to check you, and they have a better center of gravity.
Yeah.
So like when you push like us, like we're a fucking beanstalk. You push us,
Yep.
we're like it's like so.
Dude.
It's like I all right. I kind of understand that.
They take advantage of us.
I kind of understand that.
I had one of my best friends growing up was a short guy, and anytime you made fun of him for being short or anything, this small ball of energy would just come and attack you viciously. Words, anger, push. He died in a car accident in 2018. So big ups to my homie Ant, love you, buddy. But should have kept it to yourself, man.
Shouldn't have pinched me.
Should have stopped pinching me, man.
You want to come on? Come on. Whatever side you want to be on. Pick your lucky side. Oh yeah, being pinched
What's
is the
up,
worst.
man? Oh, you look great.
Dude, we were just talking about being pinched.
By who?
Anybody.
general.
Just drives us up a fucking wall.
Like St. Patty's Day pinch?
No,
or
like
just
my,
in
like
general.
Like I had a guy who like was a big Nurple guy.
Gotcha.
Dude, you get me right. Like you get these ones, like this one maybe, but like you get this one, you grab on, you twist a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll go nuclear.
It gets me every time. I have big nipples.
I mean,
too,
I
so
get
there's a
it.
lot of room.
I get it. You know, getting the Nurple is never ever.
Oh, dude, when you
Yeah.
something in your hands and you're just like so die.
Yeah.
Even funnier is
about it.
just when you don't get the Nurple, you just rest your hand there and just make it feel awkward.
I kind of
Like that's
that.
way better because one, you don't get mad, but two, you also don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, that's
You
fair.
know?
Yeah, you put them in a nice middle
You
ground.
can't really get rageful that one.
Yeah, but I don't think you can just
Exactly.
do that to somebody walking around in ShopRite. Like somebody picking out
I
their
mean, you
corn and
can.
you're like,
You know, it's just hope to God that you know that person.
the cops will be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Or at the very least, just go, hey, you look like you needed a touch.
Yeah, but I'm the
I
guy.
just want you to know it's not your fault, and then walk away.
I swear to God,
I
I'd
like
bawl
that.
my eyes out. I would bawl my
I
eyes
like
out if
that.
somebody did that to me.
Yeah, you just
Like, it
goodwill
isn't my
hunting.
fault.
Just goodwill hunting anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not your fault. Don't fuck with me, man. It's not your fault.
Okay. I think
Oh,
I
dude.
would for real start lactating if somebody did that to me.
That would be a great prank. Just go around telling people it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And
So
like
you-
a grocery store and then running away.
So how you guys enjoying the festival?
Oh, it's
like
been
it a lot.
awesome, man.
I like
It's
it a
really
lot.
cool.
How are you enjoying the festival?
Oh, not too bad. Not too
Yeah.
bad. Over here, just running the American Highlander booth. You know,
Nice.
just selling kilts.
Yeah,
Doing my-
so I guess you're working at these, or you kind of have a knowledge of these Highlander games that are going.
Kinda. Yeah. Like tossing the log.
Yeah, and I heard you want to
The
get it at
caper.
12 o'clock.
What do you mean?
If you, I think there's like a clock.
Yes.
Out there.
Yes.
And it looks like an American clock, and you toss this log.
You toss
and
the
I'll,
caper.
I'll splice the video in here.
Yeah.
But you toss the log, and if it lands at 12 o'clock, you get 12 points.
Correct.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
You're trying to like flip it.
This is like a
Yeah.
20-foot log too.
Oh yeah. No, it's not easy.
You
It's
know how
not
much it
easy at
weighs?
all. About one piece of a log cabin. I don't know.
That's
Best way to explain
that's
it.
like the metric system.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's gonna be my
piece of
new
log cabin.
measurement of
Yeah.
weight
Yeah.
for everything ever.
Like, what's it weigh?
Yeah.
One piece of a, I don't know.
Yeah, like a
house.
door, like a
Yeah.
log cabin
Like a
door.
door.
I've
There
gained
we
a little weight. I've gained about
There we go.
1/15 of a log cabin.
Yeah.
But even more fun is just, they're doing it in kilts, and they're having fun with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's gotta be great airflow.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. You just wrap it around and boom, you're good to go.
Do you think we should have kilts more often in like normal day to day? Like it kind of.
Oh no, I wear kilts every day.
Yeah.
But then again, it's my job.
Right.
So, normally selling kilts and putting people in kilts is a normal thing. But wearing them casually, whew, I'll say this. Name of the game down there is freedom, boys.
Really?
Like at the end of the day, like you're just walking around
Yeah.
and they just feel comfortable. At
How's
that
the swamp
point.
ass? Better?
Way better.
Yeah.
Because it's not even there. Like half the times I tell guys, one thing you don't have to worry about is washing your kilt as often as you would your pants.
No
really?
way.
It's
would've
not
thought-
touching anywhere intimate. It's wrapped
Really?
around you.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So it's not like, you're going to get a wedge in there. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really hold a fart like a pair of pants. It kind of
Exactly.
just
It just lets
moves
it flow.
on. Wow, that's pretty
And you
sweet.
can always blame it on anybody else.
Yeah.
You're a free ball?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling scandalous.
I normally say I got a rule of thumb. Ask yourself where you're going to fall. Is it going to be a story or a crime? Like, like at the end of the day, at the bar with your friends, that is one hell of a story.
That's a great
100%.
time.
But,
Playground.
PTA meeting.
watching your friend's Little League game,
True.
that might be a crime. You explain to that judge
Yeah.
how that went down,
I like that.
Yeah.
I
But
like
then
that.
you got guys who go, oh, well, it's not a kill if you're not free balling, to which I go, all right.
So is that a customary thing typically that a lot of guys that wear kilts are typically very pro free ball?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, they want the boys to bat around, but I don't have the strength to tell them that it's not that big.
Look, dude.
Yeah.
I'll touch your nipple and I'll give you the strength right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How long you been in the kilt game?
About 3.5 years.
Wow. What got you into it?
Took the sign off the window and said, I'm here.
That was because the help wanted.
The help wanted sign, yeah.
Come on,
Oh, wow,
we'll
cool.
learn you. We'll
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
you.
yeah.
He's a little behind. He's a little
Yeah,
behind.
no.
Just
Like,
pick it up with some pick. Yeah. Sorry.
I cracked up because my dad was like, yeah, just go out looking for a job. I was like, that's not how it works anymore.
Yeah.
True.
And then I did that, and I was like, 3 years later, I'm not going to tell him that it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, only Puerto Rican Ecuadorian in the game selling kilts.
I love that.
Wow, how about
No, it's
that?
fantastic. I feel like a reverse Spanish teacher half the time. Everybody had a Senorita Smith.
Yeah.
But instead, they come to the kilt shop to talk to Mello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, here, let me help you out.
Mick Mello.
Yeah.
I'm not
Han,
Scottish
yeah.
or Irish. I'm Puerto Rican Ecuadorian. Just wear this.
Do you get any shit about that? About being Hispanic and it's
Not at
kind
all.
of nothing?
Not at all, because when you look good doing it, it doesn't matter. to them.
Yeah. Sure.
And that's really the key component to it.
I like that.
Like you'll still eat a cake even if it was made by the wrong,
True.
hands.
Right.
True.
So like at the end of the day, it's just how it goes down.
And it seems so. That's like specific to Ireland, Scotland.
Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man.
What's Isle of Man?
It's an island,
Yeah.
but it's a country.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it really? I guess it's in the UK.
So there's 7 Celtic nations altogether.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
yeah. And those 7 Celtic nations kind of put together to make up like the whole Celtic setup. And yeah, like Isle of Man is one of them. Fucking Wales is one of them. Scotland and Ireland are the 2 biggest ones of them.
Right.
So yeah, so like but yeah, so.
You ever been over there?
No, unfortunately.
Got to get over there.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
fun.
gotta go drinking with those guys because they look
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
No one works.
No, exactly.
Honestly,
from what I hear,
it's
like,
the greatest place in the world.
Oh man, like just the stories that come out of Ireland and the stories that come out of Scotland themselves. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely want to go drinking with those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you mentioned it's the Celtic Fair. Why are the Boston Celtics called the Celtics? Is there any difference, or they're just saying it wrong?
Well, I mean, it is Boston.
Yeah.
Have you ever said the word chowder in Boston?
True.
That's a great point.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They aren't known to pronounce their words correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least they just totally
The Celtics.
switched it over.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did.
Celtics. Yeah.
They Americanized it. It's their Taco Bell.
But I don't really like their Taco Bell at all. Just make it a C. I don't know.
Oh no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no. Besides that, like, it's pretty much the business.
So this is your
Selling
job.
kilts.
Your job is to sell kilts and sell other Irish.
Yep. And then we got 2 shops that we run. So we
Yeah.
got one in Ewing, one in New Hope. New Hope does all of our like gift stuff. So like we sell rings, we sell candy there, we sell shirts. And then our Ewing shop is more designed to like get guys ready for like full events.
And there's a whole market.
Oh yeah, no. Today over at the shop alone, we did like 3 weddings that we set up just for April. So like, because this is also the only business where you're still getting sized up
Yeah.
to get things made for you,
Right.
which is like rare to hear.
Yeah.
So like I will have people who pop in the shop, hey, I saw this on the website, just wanted to get it. It's like, cool.
Nice.
And then I get people who come in that, hey, I want my family tartan. All right, you got it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like, dress them up, get them ready. Hell, we even do proms every once in a while. Like it's really just interesting to see what we dress up.
Yeah.
So
Have you seen the fashion kind of come back to kilts? My buddy wore a kilt to a wedding, and it was we talked about it.
actually, funny enough,
It's
I
pretty
have seen it. Like the what was it? A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
But he's from Brooklyn, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like they do the fashion differently
there
down
was
there.
a
so-
Mets gala, and ASAP Rocky was wearing
Yes.
a kilt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he was rocking the tartan, and
So you
wearing
probably
a
see
kilt,
that,
so
and you're like, "Oh, let's go. We're gonna."
Yeah, no, I'm
do you see
stoked
does
about it.
the kilt community see like an uptick in kilts when like
Oh,
someone
big time.
famous like that
big
does
time.
it?
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of new medias out there that are just promoting kilt culture in general.
Kilt
And
culture.
even
Wow.
kilt culture in general, and even then, like just watching people just on even just like I said, TikTok alone,
Yeah.
like showing off their kilts and seeing how this look is. You got a bunch of guys just starting to wear them now.
So what goes into like a kilt culture, like kind of thing? Like I mean, I guess there's different.
So it's like replacing either just your everyday wear with just a kilt added onto it. So like whether it's just like, hey, I'm gonna rock this Hawaiian shirt, this shirt, this tank top, and then I'm gonna wear. Yeah, no, I saw
there was a guy with a
dude
Hawaiian
there,
shirt with a
Yeah,
rocket
no.
kilt.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
That was awesome.
But I always say to people, kilts are just a replacement for pants.
Yeah.
Like whenever somebody tells me, hey, when can I wear this?
Mhm.
Anytime you want.
Yeah.
Literally. And even then, like uptick in kilt culture would be like something like the utility kilt. I don't know if you saw guys walking around here
Yeah.
with like the kilts with pockets and everything like that. So those are actually more American than they are Scottish.
Kind of like a cargo kilt.
Correct. Cargo kilt. Correct.
Okay.
So like those were like designed in 2000. Like it was literally the funniest thing. We all have the same story. It was a guy named Steve. He was working in IT for some company, and the company came out with their dress code. They told him he couldn't wear his cargo shorts. He got upset, decided to cut out all the inseams, go back to work and say they're all kilts. They said, prove it. And he formed an entire company around it.
Okay. All right.
Like,
I would hate Steve. I'm just gonna say
I certainly would hate
I would
Steve.
Steve would definitely want to be one of my least
like,
favorite employees.
I
but
would pinch Steve for sure.
he's innovative.
oh no, like, at the end of the day, like, that was the whole idea of kilts in general, too.
Yeah.
Like, when the Scots and the Irish wore them, it was basically to rebel against the English, too.
Oh.
So, like,
So
the fact that he was doing it
Alright.
very rebellious, I was like,
Okay.
yeah, it's American as hell.
Yeah,
I can
it's
respect.
like-
I can respect that, Steve.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
There
Is
you go, Steve.
is kilt culture becoming more innovative, or what else can you do
Yeah,
with a kilt?
Big
you
time.
think?
So, like, you could just basically upgrade whatever look you have. Like, you could replace your entire black suit with a kilt if you wanted to. Like, all of a
That's what
sudden,
Buddy did.
like, you just take the top half of a suit and then just change out the kilt. It looks like a whole different suit half the time.
Yeah, that's the ASAP Rocky. I think he did that
Exactly.
exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what are the key differences between a kilt and a skirt?
All right, so skirt is usually designed in one solid piece, and you skirt it up by lifting it.
Is that why it's called a skirt?
Correct.
Wow.
Wow.
A
More you know.
kilt is usually a wraparound piece that you, once again, wrap around the midsection of your body, and that's how you wear it.
Okay.
So that's the difference between a kilt and a skirt. Not only that, but a kilt is also pleated in the back and flat in the front, which is known as your apron.
Got it.
Okay.
So a skirt could be any style around it.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the difference between the two.
That's awesome. I had no idea that
Yeah.
skirt was literally the
Yeah,
movement of a
it's
skirt.
the way you're doing it,
Got
that
it.
is actually called skirting.
And then the kilt.
Kilt wraps around.
I
Wow.
thought a kilt might have a cool one, like I kilt a man in 2008 or something.
True.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a good
No,
joke.
I just
All right,
I
still
killed
like
I killed a man with a rock back in the 1700s in Scotland.
I kilt a man on the highway and I kept driving and I
Yeah.
went to his vigil. Yeah, who
I
knows?
killed and run.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the armband? Does that signify anything?
No, that's just me being an old punk.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
And then the socks. Those wool socks.
Yep.
That's gonna be hot as shit though.
Not necessarily.
Really?
Surprisingly, wool dries fairly quickly. Also, it doesn't get as warm as most people think.
Got it.
Like, I will say this, in the winter when I wear this, my legs are fine.
Really?
Like, I'm never ever cold.
yeah.
Like, you wear a kilt, wool socks, you're good to go.
Oh, you can go kilt in the winter too. It still
Correct.
holds up pretty well.
Oh yeah, big
Are there
time.
like thermal lined
It does
kilts
seem
or anything?
That's going over his knees, so I feel like you would definitely be from your wool socks to your kilt
so
bottom.
like, even
thought it
if
was
it
just the
just
air
went
coming
up
up.
to my knees, I would still be warm.
Really?
Yeah, no, just this right here, for some odd reason, just keeps you warm. So yeah,
You really could do you could recreate like that Marilyn Monroe thing. Where
Exactly.
has anybody ever done that? Let that rip?
I have.
Have you really?
Yes, by accident.
Oh, really?
That was a story
So
with
last year,
with no underwear. Or,
correct. So last year we were setting up for Beer Fest in AC,
Okay.
and we were just putting up the tent, and I was wearing my black utility kilt. My one coworker was right in front of me, and all of a sudden, you get those coastal winds. They hit real hard. And then, just Marilyn Monroe and just looked at him and then said, it's a story, man.
Yeah.
It's a story.
It's a story.
Not a crime. You're not a child. You're fine.
You're good.
We're in
You're
Atlantic City.
We're in Atlantic City. This
Probably
is
the number one place to do
another
it.
city of sin. You're fine here.
Exactly.
You're kind of locked
What are the
in.
misconceptions of a kilt?
So misconceptions of the kilt is that if you wear the wrong tartan, you're going to offend somebody.
What's it called?
Tartan. So tartan is what you know as plaid.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So if you wear the wrong tartan, you're going to offend somebody. But in reality, that's not true at all.
So if we call it a plaid, is that like saying the N word to tartan?
Nah.
Okay.
It's just they know you're American.
It's a reach. It's
Just want to make sure, dude.
It's
I
like-
wanted to ask.
It's like nice plaid. It's a Yank.
Yeah, it's
we
a
know.
yank. Okay.
We know.
Okay.
We know you're American.
All right. All right.
So, but yeah, most Americans believe that if you wear like somebody else's family tartan, you're offending them. But in reality, half the times, if you were to go to Scotland or Ireland, they'd be busy buying you drinks.
Right.
Because it's almost like wearing your favorite baseball team and somebody who also is favorite of that team.
Gotcha.
Going like, I'm a fan too. Let's do this.
So how do you do the tart? I'm sorry. How do you do the tarts? Like, how do you know that it's like this is a family tart? The colors, the
So
scheme.
it's normally the colors, the patterns, the way they're designed. So like right now, I'm wearing what's known as Irish National.
Okay.
What
so
makes it
like-
Irish national?
It's the tone of the tartan. So it's got a Kelly green, it's got a yellow, it's got a black, it's got a white, and it's within a pattern.
But there's no orange.
If it was orangey, it would be Heritage of Ireland.
Okay.
Oh, and you said you're wearing what?
So I'm wearing Irish National.
Irish national, and there's a
So
difference.
like there's multiple different styles
Are you
of
northern?
like
Are you Northern Ireland right now?
nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that high. No, it was just what was lying around the shop, so I took it. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Very
but
good.
yeah, no, like so like, if you were wearing a utility kilt, doesn't mean a damn thing because it's a non-traditional kilt. If you were wearing like, any of the tartans that are walking around here, I can name most of those.
Yeah.
So like, and just tell you which family they're deriving from, or if that person just really likes whatever they like.
So we say go birds when you see another person in that kind of kilt. What do you say anything?
Okay, so if somebody says go birds, the tartan I think of the closest is the Finn McCool's.
Okay.
Because it has all three of those colors that the birds would rock. In fact, I have made an Eagles kilt, Eagles utility kilt that way.
Got it.
So yeah.
But no, since when we see an Eagles fan, we say go birds.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything you say to your people who rock the kilts?
Oh, yeah, just go birds.
Oh, sweet.
Like it's fairly easy, It's
say
like,
go
oh,
birds.
that's a Phillies fan. We know.
Yeah.
Like, it just works out that way.
There's no like go Ireland or go Irish or
Go Ireland.
I mean, there's Aaron Go Bra, which is like, the
Sure.
Irish like little saying.
Slancha?
Or slancha, yeah.
Slancha.
Actually, at the shop, we say slan lat, which just means good lad.
got it.
Okay.
So, like, usually when we do a shot, we'll just say slan lat, good lad. Let's drink.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have
Have you-
one last question, just I'm kind of curious about. So
Go
you
for
had
it.
mentioned about people being offended that you're wearing kind of like a different family's pattern and such. So you're Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
and wearing an Irish kilt. Do you
Yeah.
ever worry that would be like if I'm like a white dude, I'm dressed like a geisha, like it kind of looks?
Not at
Has
all.
anybody ever given you a hard time or anything
Not
about
at all. I've seen plenty of white guys dressed like geishas.
It's true.
it? Really? Where are they? I've been looking for these.
Your
Philadelphia.
costume is not our culture.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You're
Yeah.
probably right. Go birds. dude.
Go birds.
Go birds. There are a lot of burlesque shows.
Exactly.
That'd be a cool way. Yeah, I feel like your wiener sticks out. You just like go bird. There's my bird.
I mean,
down
fuck,
there.
I'll do a
Flopping
burlesque
up.
show.
Yeah.
I'll do that shit.
I love it.
Just do
I love that.
hop up on stage. What's your stage name? Kilty Pleasures. Let's do this.
Guilty pleasures. Let's go.
So if I drive down the street in an Impala and I have the Puerto Rican flag outside of it, you don't give a fuck.
No, because an Impala would more mean you're Mexican than Puerto Rican.
What are Puerto
You got to
Ricans?
be waving a knife.
What do Puerto Ricans drive?
Civics?
Okay.
With
I like a
with the
Civic.
spoiler, or without the spoiler.
Oh, sadly, without the spoiler and a
Yeah.
loud muffler.
Those are the worst, man.
Yes,
At least
they
if you're gonna have a loud muffler, at least have a spoiler, right?
Exactly.
That's what
Loud
I was-
muffler already sounds like a slur. You got to be careful with that.
Dude, where can people find this? Where can people find these coats?
So
Online or?
They can go online to our online shop, so AmericanHighlander.com,
Got it.
or they can visit us the shop in Ewing, New Jersey, 186 Scotch Road, or they can go over to our shop in New Hope, and
Yeah.
that is along Main Street, right behind the Welcome Center.
New Hope's
Yeah.
beautiful.
New Hope's really nice. Yeah.
It's a good town.
All right,
like
man.
down
Hey,
there.
appreciate you, man.
This was great, man. Thank
Dude,
you so
thank
much.
you so much.
Seeing you guys.
We
Really
really
appreciate
appreciate it. Great meeting you too, man. Good luck with everything.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you too.
What's up, dude? My man. We ask people what they do for a living. You want to sit down? I only need 3 minutes.
3 minutes tops.
3 minutes.
You can all hop on. Yeah,
Let's tag team this. Come on. What's your first name?
Ellie.
Ellie?
Yeah.
Kai.
Kai?
Kai.
Kai. K-I-E. I like that. What is that?
Native American.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
What tribe?
Laguna.
Laguna. Beach?
No, New Mexico.
Ah, sweet. What's your tribe?
Just Irish, British.
Yeah, let's go.
White people. Yeah.
Ashkenazi, maybe a little bit. How are you? What do you do for a living?
Good. I'm a student right now.
Nice,
so
nice. Where are you going to school?
I go to school in Florida. So
Oh.
I go to school in St. Petersburg. So we just got hit with the hurricane.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
here.
Is the school still there? How's the school looking?
It's standing.
You
We're
Tampa?
good. No, I go to a small school. It's called Eckerd College.
Got it. Are you in college too?
I'm a student at TCNJ.
TCNJ. Okay. Yeah. Definitely the Tampa of the North.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Yeah. For the rumors.
Yeah. Sweet. So, dude, how's it been the last week? It must have been nuts.
It's been intense. It's pretty hard to see the news. I know like even the stadium where the Rays play the Tampa
how
Bay
about that?
Rays, the roof came off. So it's been hard to see, but I think there's a lot of volunteers I know right now that are helping out.
You could argue that the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium actually looks better than it used to now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, remodel. So
Yeah.
now they have the
True.
possibility of that.
Yeah,
which
those
is good.
owners actually have to fucking start spending on something. So
Exactly.
no, but the school's still there. Everything's
Yeah,
good and
yeah,
everything. Your dorm
everything's
room's
good.
not underwater.
From what I've heard, it's fine.
When do you go back?
I have no clue. Right now they're saying maybe the 18th, but it could be later.
But you're doing online classes.
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you like being back, or do you wish you were still down there?
It's hard. I mean, I get to do stuff like I come here, so it's nice to have that. But
It's good.
yeah, I'm a
good honorable
senior,
mention.
so it's hard to like my last year.
And
So did you
you
just start
COVID
during
too.
COVID? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. You've never been in school before.
I
This is
know,
crazy,
yeah,
dude.
it's hard. It's rough.
Wow.
Dude, that's
But
crazy.
We're powering through. We tough it out.
Yeah.
So it'll work out.
What are you majoring in?
I'm doing anthropology and ancient studies.
Sweet.
So
We'll get to you in a second. Have you been following the Lieutenant Dan stuff?
I have.
Dude, how crazy is that?
It's insane. I could never imagine that. I mean, like he stays in the boat the whole time. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Did you hear about this guy?
Yeah, but did you hear about the backstory?
Yeah, now it's
Some
getting a little
seedy stuff
some
coming about
seedy- And
LD.
now there's a potentially they're stealing the GoFund money and stuff. Like
Oh, God.
it's also it's just the ultimate Florida story. It's a guy who stays in his boat. He's got one leg. He's got a crazy criminal past.
Yes.
He gets a crazy GoFundMe amount.
Mm-hmm.
He survives the hurricane in his boat in a Category 5, and now they're potentially stealing the money because a bunch of Florida influencers tried to latch themselves into this guy.
Is
and
that what it
everything.
was?
Yeah, dude. It's the most typical Florida story. You're from up here, right?
Yeah.
So you must go down there and you're like, Florida man, Florida woman is the most insane people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not surprising to hear, but it's sad.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised. 'Cause
What'd you
everyone
think
down
about
there's
it though? Like
crazy.
leading up to it and everything. Because like I was rooting for the guy. I was like, let's fucking go.
It's scary. I was scared. I mean,
Nah,
we don't know if
dude,
he's
stay
gonna
in the
make it out.
boat.
Well, yeah. Well,
Dude,
he has-
batten the
I think
hatches down.
His thing is like
That's
the boat's
crazy,
his whole
dude.
life. It's
Yeah.
like he doesn't, if he has nothing else that he's living for,
Yeah.
and he wants to stay in the boat.
100%.
It's like,
And people were kind of like, you gotta leave, you gotta leave, you gotta leave. It's like he's got one leg. He loves his boat.
yeah.
He loves what he did. He loves he and if he died what he did. Love it.
Yeah, but how did he get the boat?
I don't know.
Getting a boat seems more difficult than a homeless guy should be able to do, from my experience.
I
would
don't think
getting
boats
a
are
hold
that
of a boat's
expensive
tough.
down there. I feel like you can find a boat for probably like
I couldn't
a couple
tell you.
$100 on there. Do you know anything about Lieutenant Dan?
I know nothing about boats.
Do you know anything about Lieutenant Dan now?
About Lieutenant Dan, I'm learning right now.
Oh, really?
Unless we're talking Forrest Gump.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, nah, that's so crazy. I mean, Lieutenant Dan, he's just he's now in a long list of Florida
Lord.
heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icons.
Yeah,
It's
Florida
like
Lord.
him and Tom Brady, really.
Yeah.
The big two. Yeah.
Yeah, and 2001 Odyssey, the strip club.
Of course, yes, of course. Big ups.
Yes.
And them, of course. Yeah.
You're a senior.
Yeah.
You ever been to the Eighth Wonder of the World? 2001 Odyssey.
No, I haven't.
Do people end up ever going there?
I don't think so.
It's got a giant alien spaceship on the top of the strip club.
Really?
Yeah.
They get like suspended down from it?
No, it's just there used to be
Pretty cool.
I think there used to be a room up there where you could go into, but I think they shut it down.
Yeah,
Tampa's an awesome place.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Evidently
Good
you've
city.
been.
yeah, multiple times.
Good for you.
So
TCNJ.
yes,
Yeah.
take this one.
I'm
Yeah.
a kinesiology major,
Really?
which is the study of exercise science.
Mind talking to the mic more?
Yeah.
Exercise science, pretty much. I'm currently a personal trainer.
Hmm.
I'm doing this to kind of be better.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that possibly mean?
I have a certification, but like that's only going to get me so far.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Got it.
this is going to give me more opportunities.
Yeah.
How old are your clients primarily? Are you like younger jack dudes or like older?
So I had 2 clients in the past couple years, just because balancing work and school is rough.
Yeah.
One of them was a
45-year-old doctor.
Nice.
And the other was a 56-year-old nurse.
Did he get jacked? Did she get jacked?
She lost a lot of weight, and he got huge. So,
Yeah,
Seemed like you're pretty good at what you do.
Yeah,
Pretty good salesman.
Pretty good. I'm 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah, that's called steroids, folks. It's
Ozempic and
works off-
steroids. Yep.
Yeah. That's the kinesiology.
No.
That's awesome, dude.
Well, so you're 21, 22?
I'm 23.
Okay, 23.
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
28. How come my back doesn't work anymore, and can you help me?
Well, that depends. Where in your back?
Lower back, and then everything goes away.
So lower back is like probably the most common area.
Okay.
Where back pain happens.
Give me a
That's
couple
just-
remedies.
So your front hip flexor muscles are likely like too tight, and that's causing strain on your lower back. So if you do like yoga, cobra
Oh, I'm out.
stretches,
I'll just
yeah.
die. I'm done. Yeah, no, thanks.
Reverse hip
You'd rather die than do yoga?
I'm not going to sit there and air hump to just, if my back's broken, that's what it is.
Dude, it's worth it.
Is it really?
It's totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if my girlfriend walks in the room and I'm laying in my bed air humping, don't you think that's more of a problem than a lower back
If
issue?
anything, it might be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
You're practicing.
No,
That's
yeah, I
right.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
Do it with some weights.
Your poor girlfriend.
Yeah.
You don't practice.
Yeah.
Well, that's hurtful, but I can see where you're coming from. Okay. So is that like the long-term goal? You're going to train, open a gym? Is that like, what does that look like?
It's looking like PT or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But that's like something I could do in the back, as like a side hustle.
Sure.
What do you want to really do then?
I want to be a gym teacher, weirdly enough.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to teach sex ed?
What's up?
You want to teach sex ed?
I mean, I
And
guess that's
teach kids how to
part
drive.
of it, yeah. Oh,
He just
yeah.
taught me sex ed, the air hump. Honestly.
You're already, you're actually crushing it right now. You're getting an A.
That's
I
terrific.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hip thrusts too. Those are also good.
Hip thrust. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
God.
Why do you want to be a gym teacher? You just want to wear sweatpants?
It's more stable than like being a personal trainer, like because that I have to like kind of sell myself and market myself, and I'm not really good at that.
Got it.
But like,
Hey, you seem pretty
know,
good on the mic right now.
Yeah, you're great.
well, I appreciate that.
I think you just gotta keep going to random Celtic festivals and going on a podcast.
Honestly, yeah. But a lot of it has to do with like, I feel bad charging people for information like this.
Got it.
you know?
Okay.
That's nice.
You know what? I can actually.
That's really nice.
I can actually. What's the word I'm thinking about? I can understand that.
Yeah, I think
I
this
can relate
new-
to that.
There's too much TikTok shopping going on where
Right,
everything it's like, whoa, this blanket is so warm. It's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
had enough.
Like I could easily just be like, buy my plan, do this and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
know.
come with me as I teach you these 6 exercises for better glutes.
Yeah,
That Matt won't do because his poor girlfriend.
that's right. Calories in,
Can you believe
calories
it?
out.
Yeah. That is crazy.
That is
yeah.
crazy.
Guys, what the hell? I
Hip
thought we were
thrust?
buddies.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Can you imagine that?
We're buddies, but come
I thought
on.
we were really close friends. We're sitting here talking about humping, and
Gotta
you-
put the work
you're
in a
friends with
little
Lieutenant Dan or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, will you go visit him when you go back down?
Yeah, I might as well.
You might as well,
right? He's a
I'll
landmark.
take a picture. I'll send it to you guys and be like, look who it is. Look at that. I found him.
He lives.
Yeah. if
Although I
he's
think
there.
his crime was, I think he like hit a woman. So maybe don't
Oh.
go see him. Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be.
I
20
could
feet.
dress up as a guy.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
then
bad.
go.
Okay, true. Yeah,
That might work.
yeah. Not a bad move. Not a
What
bad
are you
move.
majoring in?
Anthropology and ancient
Anthropology.
studies. Yeah. So I want to be an archaeologist.
Ancient studies. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is like kind of this whole fits in the wheelhouse.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is more historical.
It's field
but
work.
Okay.
Mine's like I like Neanderthals, like cave people.
Well,
Yeah.
let me introduce you to one.
Yeah, I have a crazy forehead.
Yeah, actually, come
One
on.
of the most
Let's
insane
say it.
foreheads you've ever
Look
seen.
at this forehead.
There's got to be something different in me.
Yeah.
It's got to be some Neanderthal.
You got some DNA in there.
Okay, that's
Neanderthal.
somehow more
I do
hurtful than
too.
calling me a Neanderthal.
No, I do too. You know, it's good.
You
Yeah.
look like a thawed out
cool.
caveman.
Lieutenant Dan N.A. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's me. Wow. All right. That's didn't expect the forehead to come out. But yeah. So is like the Neanderthal thing. I've always been fascinated. How did the Homo sapes? How did we come out on top? Were we just smarter, or was there other stuff we were doing?
I mean, I'm not a professional, so I don't know. My opinion is that we crossbred and we just kind of bred it out.
Ah.
With monkeys?
No,
no, no, dude. What the hell?
Well,
with Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, so it was Homo sapiens versus Neanderthals?
I think it was like
Yeah, they existed at like the same time.
Same time, right?
So
Yeah.
the way it worked is there was like Homo erectus, Neanderthals, and then Homo sapiens. And as the Homo erectus were dying out, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals were combining.
okay.
And then eventually, because Homo sapiens had bigger brain cavities, like we were able to survive more,
Yeah.
and thus eventually Neanderthals died out.
Okay. So we like banged our way to superiority.
Yeah,
in a way.
absolutely.
Wow, that's
so
kind of cool. I didn't even know that.
I didn't even know there was like a kind of. Was there ever a war going on, or was it just kind of like you're just living your lives and it was kind of like how?
It's like different.
It's like an interracial marriage.
Yeah, it's like
Well, that's an enormous stretch.
It kind of was. Is that an insane thing to say? It was. It was. So we just banged our way to superiority.
How about that?
So we all have a little bit Neanderthal in us.
Yeah. Basically, I think
a degree,
I think everyone
yeah.
to a degree. It's very small, but like if you do like Ancestry.com or like 23andMe, they'll give you a percentage.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't realize. I thought it was just ethnicities. I didn't know we had.
You wanted to get tested.
I think the test is done. I think it's the proof is in the pudding here.
You test it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
Oh my god. Well, anthropology. Where do you want to go and study shit?
I did a study abroad this summer. I did 2 actually. I did 1 in Greece and 1 in Scotland. So those are kind of my places right now. I'm interested in like ancient Roman.
Because you can't really do it around here, right? We don't really have ancient shit.
Well, like Native American, like indigenous.
Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely could, but it's not my area of like interest.
Yeah.
But there's so many directions you could go with it, and the archaeological record is like so not close to being finished at all. Like there's so much left to be uncovered. So
yeah,
there's a lot of cool stuff to do out there. I mean, I did like military roads when I was in Scotland.
What's
so
that?
It's just like looking at like ancient roads that like the Jacobites would have walked on when they were doing their conquest.
When that was out in Scotland?
Yeah, that was in Scotland. That was in the Highlands. And then in Greece we did like ancient sanctuary. So
I do want to ask you about one thing. There's this like Tartan society that's like kind of I think borderlining on a conspiracy theory, but people do talk about it. It's like this entire civilization of giant people.
Yeah.
Huh.
And being a giant myself.
Tartarians?
Tartans or Tartarians or something like that?
It's so funny you say that. I literally just watched like 30 videos.
Right?
On that
It's crazy,
yesterday.
right?
It
I love
is
this
crazy.
guy. I love this guy. He can relate to everything.
It's like that one. The one thing is just like that big mountain that is too tall or something. There's a certain hill or a mountain that looks like it's made for giants.
The one that I saw that was silly yesterday, it's like all these like Capitol buildings and it's just diagrams of like digging deeper and there's a whole nother like big ass door underneath.
Yeah.
But don't they say that the Tartan society were the ones who built the pyramids because they were such gigantic people and then like I don't know, America or Europe or something like that, they just washed away the entire history. It's got some holes in its logic.
Yeah.
But when you watched 30 videos, so obviously it caught you. But there is some like videos out there that you kind of can be like, I could kind of see this, like an ancient civilization of just giant people. Because like that's what we always hear with Xerxes. I think Xerxes from like Mesopotamia time.
I think so.
Where he was apparently like this 8-foot ruler with a bunch of different like piercings and everything.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing with that is too, people relate that to like David and Goliath, but it's like Goliath was probably about like 7 to 8 feet tall, and the average person was probably like 4 to 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
So anyone's a Goliath.
True.
Height, so it's like you know.
Yeah, it's really I'll believe any. If I take a gummy, I'll believe any conspiracy
True.
at any time. You
throw
can
a
be like,
YouTube
hey,
on?
do you know Barack Obama's a lizard? I'm like, for sure, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My God. So do you ever think about studying the Tartan society?
No, I didn't really hear about it till now. I know that people have conspiracies about like giant people.
Stalk your boy.
You know,
You watch 30 videos.
Hi, you and I can talk after
Yeah,
this. We'll hash it
Talk
out.
shop. Yeah.
Let's talk about your senior thesis.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
It's
So
interesting.
dinosaurs are more human
No.
civilization, you think?
Yeah, dinosaurs is paleontology, so
Got
that's
it.
different. Yeah, that's common misconception. But yeah, ancient human civilizations.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Cool.
It's
Oh,
cool. I
nice.
mean, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Fun
Are you
little
gonna
artifacts.
you'll probably have to keep going to school for that, right? Like a master's and stuff.
I'm gonna
PhD.
do a master's probably and then a PhD. I'm thinking about going abroad. So
Sweet.
yeah,
All right.
expensive.
I hope
but
to see you on the History Channel
Yeah.
or on YouTube or something like that.
That'd be
you'd be
sick.
like, I know her.
There you go.
Alien season 500.
yeah.
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 Well, thank you for sitting down. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you so much.
you.
It was
Great
great.
meeting you guys.
This was really
Meeting you.
fun.
Come on in. Right here, right here. Yeah, whatever your best side feature is. TJ, Braylon, what do you do here at the Celtic Festival?
I just bring these. I bring my tits.
Oh,
Okay, I brought mine too. Good to be here. Looks like we're working against
I
each
love
other.
that.
I have
She's
these
also
things
the drummer of the Rowdy Barlings, but that's like
Oh,
secondary.
okay.
Okay.
that's a side gig.
That is my side gig.
Okay.
Side hustle.
What do you fellas do?
I play nickel harpa and I raise chickens mostly. That's the two things I do. Yeah.
I'm the general manager of this, and also the singer, guitar player for the Rowdy Barlings is our band.
The Rowdy Bardlings.
The Rowdy Bardlings.
How long you guys been rowdy for?
Oh, since I was
It's
a
been about-
sperm.
Rowdy from birth. But we only made it official a couple years
Yeah.
ago. We got the paperwork and everything.
It's been a couple hours today. We started at
Nice. You guys travel all over the country? Or you travel around the area? Like, what's going on?
Well, we're going back to we're at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair next weekend.
Okay.
And yeah, we go wherever they pay us. We do a lot on St. Patrick's Day.
Sure.
In that
I'm
week.
sure.
Yeah. I think we had 8 gigs in like 5 days.
Oh my God.
in 24.
Is this your guys' full-time job?
Well, I run the New Jersey
wish.
Renaissance Fair, which is my main thing that pays my mortgage.
TJ has about 17 jobs.
I got too many side hustles. I run an MMA school in Mount Holly, and I run a comedy sword fighting show.
What? Comedy sword fighting shows?
Yeah, it's too much. I got too many.
Let's explain the comedy sword fighting show. Go on.
All right, so it's the Lords of Adventure. It's a token 2-man comedy sword fighting show that you would see in Outdoor Festival show. We're all identical twin brothers. There's about 8 of us, because
Okay.
you know our mom got around.
Sure.
And
Let's go.
and we try to teach people how to live a life of adventure and be positive, contributing members of the world.
And you also do MMA. Have you seen the medieval
have.
MMA?
Yes.
They're just beating the shit out of each other. over
Beating
there.
the living hell out of
It's
each other. Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the sound that comes off, that
Sounds
radiates.
amazing. That's
It really
it's awesome.
hears.
Those guys are no joke. And the
Very
thing
satisfying
is,
crunch.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the helmet, you're like breathing your own recycled air. Like,
Yeah.
And you got like 60 pounds of gear on. So those guys are hardcore cardio fiends.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So what is the party like for a traveling band at festivals? Like, how is there a big party aspect, or do you guys just kind of do your job and then head home?
It's actually, for the most part, most of the people you see performing at Renaissance fairs, like, we go home and then like,
More boring
yeah.
than you think. We're generally old people who go to bed.
yeah.
Afterwards.
Do you
That's
corroborate the
generally
story?
what
Is that the
happens.
same
No,
one here?
absolutely not. I
Not-
You seem like a
Yeah.
partier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you seem like a
no.
partier of the group here.
I should.
She's the Sid Vicious of our group.
Love
Like,
it.
she gets in trouble, so we get in the papers.
I love it.
Right.
Well, you have to.
Attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every good press
That's
is
how we get it.
Yeah, all press is good press.
We were getting on this podcast.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
do you do outside of the band?
I'm a chef and a belly dancer.
Wow. What
Chef
comes
is-
first?
Chefing.
Okay.
Chefing pays the bills.
I like that.
And I own my own company, my own business.
Online or brick and mortar?
Pop up, like you see here, the pop ups with the food, and the food vendors here are awesome.
Tell them the name. Tell them the name.
Yeah.
It's for marketing.
Renegade Noodle Company, Renegade Sandwich Company, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
And that's the Belly Company.
No, I belly dance separately. That's in Reading.
That's the belly company.
The belly company. That was cute.
Because I actually thought that you were talking about the Belly Company the whole time, but Renegade
Still
Noodle
Belly
Company and the Renegade
And
Show-
sandwich.
Sandwich Company.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Belly dancing can lead to renegade noodles.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yo,
figure out
guys
a
in the
way
audience.
to
Okay.
cook.
Yeah, you need an
dance, and
outlet.
draw.
It's a gateway activity.
You can't just be making sandwiches and noodles for the rest of your life. You got to belly dance too.
True.
And you got to sing.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I love the paint.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is this Celtic Pride-ish or
Yeah, Scottish war paint.
Scottish war paint?
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah. Yeah, the Scots are like, I'm Irish, I can say this. The Scots are way fucking cooler than the Irish are.
Aye.
Yeah, it
Like-
depends on how it.
Yeah.
I remember how
Oh.
it was described to me when we were learning the Scottish accent and the Irish accent. Like, the Irish accent is more fluid and flowing and lovely, but the Scottish accent is like, I'm going to kick you in the face. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you a
100%.
headbutt if you're
Yeah.
British coming into my country.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could get some pops in on an Irish guy if I was in a bar fight, but a Scottish guy, I would not step to a Scottish
Yeah,
guy.
every Scottish guy, I just think of Shrek, so I really don't have a good frame of reference. I'm just going off the accent alone. It's a great film. Just check it out.
Or the women. You don't want to step to
Yeah.
us either.
And what are you doing, man?
What do I do? Well, I play a obscure medieval Swedish folk instrument. I live in a weird old house in Connecticut,
Sure.
and I travel around in this and one other band playing
My,
music.
my girlfriend thinks he might be a vampire, him and his lady.
What's that?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
do you?
I mean, there are literally gravestones in my basement.
Okay, that's always gonna
They were
happen,
there
though.
when we got there.
Yeah.
So he says.
Feng Shui.
And that, and I suppose probably just feasting on the blood of the innocent.
Yeah.
is what
Those
my-
are the
I
reasons.
like that. Well, you got to say young somehow.
That's why he's so pale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, careful. It's it's
Of
totally
my
fine.
hair.
Yeah.
It's totally hair to be. Is it okay to be pale?
Being pale is a-okay. Nothing wrong with that. I am getting sunburnt right
Says
now, as
the
I have been all day.
ginger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you guys getting good material today? I mean,
Yeah, it's been
awesome.
great. Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
phenomenal.
we got the guys beating the shit out of each other. We got the
Yeah.
kilt folk over here. We got some other just
Nice.
random people and everything. It's been
Well,
good.
Speaking of material, we just want to get give us your best story that's happened playing a festival or anything you guys have done as a group.
TJ.
Craziest, wildest.
Oh,
one?
I don't know. Why don't you guys go first?
No, that's
I gotta
you.
think because I got a couple of them.
I feel like you. Yeah, I feel like you
Yeah,
probably
I'm
have the
excited to hear
best
a couple
one.
of these.
Well, I beat the fucking piss out of some dude who was like talking. He's trying to take my man. He tried to take my drumsticks, and I fucking beat his ass, dude.
Yeah, true.
Had to do a night in county, but you know what? Made it to the show the next day.
Delco
I was
Irish.
there. He
Delco
was there.
Vampire.
It's
It
like-
was like it was like things. No, I noticed like the ladies who work at the Renaissance fairs. Can't tell you how many times in the past season they were like hit on inappropriately. But in the course of my work, and I started Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair probably like 15 years, 20 years, something doing this. Like I've had 2 stalkers. One of them was Julie Varhula. And I know that was her name because she always gave me a handwritten letter at the end of the chess match in Pennsylvania
Aw,
every
that's
day.
Sweet.
And she would run up and hand it to me and then run away giggling. And I was
Aw.
playing a character named Hans Tollhofer at the time, who was a
Okay.
German fight master. And they would say, and they would always start with like, "Hi Hans, it's me, Julie Valhalla again."
Yeah.
And then she would proceed to tell me, because my character bit was I was selling 2 killings for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Right. And so she said to me, she said, "Oh Hans, only you would understand this. I had a dream last night where I killed and murdered my father.
Sure.
And you were there, and so was Walter Raleigh. Oh Hans, how nice. Only you can understand this, Hans."
This is a
If
real
you're
person.
really- yeah.
Now I hate to ask this. Was she kind of hot?
No.
Okay.
No.
This sounds like kind of.
If she was kind of hot, would you have been like,
No.
That's kind of hot stuff.
No.
dude, that's
Yeah.
kind of sick,
That's-
dude.
yeah,
People
it was-
would never think that. Like Renaissance
sick.
Fair people have groupies. All right,
Yeah.
you do have groupies.
Of course.
Yeah. We're like B or C level celebrities,
Nice.
and people get to know us
On the
Us
circuit?
too,
so they come all the
dude.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
dude.
these.
Kind of us too.
Yeah, dude.
There was
They all
another
fit together.
couple there too who I think legitimately wanted me to go kill the girlfriend's dad because they're like, "Oh yeah, you're doing 2 killings for the price of 1." I'm like, "Yes, Festival Day special," you know. But they're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Here's his address now." And they drew me a little map of the house, and they're like, "He always sleeps in his recliner at the end of the day, and that he always leaves the sliding glass door open, so you could go right around back."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Ha ha ha! I just got 2 killings for the price of 1," and I ran away.
And they have
'Cause I
no
don't-
idea that you're playing a character. They kind of just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
like to think that they were
I mean,
joking.
driving. You know, you could also play along, but when you get to the map and the drawing, I think that's when we kind of lost.
It's like when
Yeah.
I got up to the house, that's when it got real weird, and I was like, I shouldn't be
Wait.
doing it.
You went in for the kill.
I didn't go to the house.
Oh. I always thought this was
Can't
like
let
a
us
choose
figure
your
it
own
out.
adventure for a
Well,
little bit.
I
was
guess there's
like,
only one way to
you know
find
what?
out. Julie, come on over, sweetheart. Yeah, she's here.
He's a good actor.
Julie Varhula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Give me a story.
I mean, nowadays you can't really climb on people and lick their bald heads like you used to be able
Damn.
to.
Yeah.
You know.
Can you believe
Things have
that?
changed.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Obama.
Society
I'm
sucks.
so over it, you know. But yeah, it was just the kind of shenanigans that I would get into as a gypsy. You know, just feel to
I like
climb. You
that.
can't even say gypsy anymore, but that's okay.
No, you can
I
say gypsy on this
understand.
pod.
I understand. But yeah, it was just things like that, and then we got letters written from wives or girlfriends or whatever, and they accidentally sent it to the guy who ran the pirate ship, who didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
that was happening.
Love it.
They thought they were sending the letter to the head of the fair, and he laughed his ass off.
Yeah.
He brought us in the pirate ship and went, "I just want you to read it before I rip it up and throw it out."
When's the last time you licked a bald head?
God, 2012.
Oh,
If you see any bald heads, let me know because I've been hankering for a good head licking.
yeah,
We
Matt
can't- we
will
can't-
be
Like
a
a salt lick for Brie Allen.
Yeah, Matt will hit you up in about 5 years.
Yeah, seriously. I'll help you relapse on
I think we gotta go
Right.
play music, guys.
Okay,
We got
gotta
stuff
go.
to
Yeah,
do,
go
man.
play?
We're,
Geez, yeah.
we're contracted.
Folks.
No
Thank
problem.
you so
Thanks,
much. It was
guys.
a lot of fun. It was
Hey,
Where
great
can we
meeting
hear
you.
this?
Thanks
Like,
so
you
much.
guys, what's your? you guys are,
Also, TJ was the one that let us kind of do this.
That's
so,
right.
Like,
Shout out
I am the
shout-
general
Shout
manager.
out to TJ
Yep.
for letting us do this. So.
Yeah, that's one of my
Appreciate
side
it.
hustles.
Appreciate it.
All right, hey, that's the podcast. Celtic Festival. What do you think?
I think this might have been the greatest day of my entire life.
Yeah,
I'm coming
stop.
back here every day. You don't enjoy. You got to let yourself enjoy things, dude. That ruled.
I enjoyed it, but don't be like this is rah 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 rah.
Here, I'll
Don't
tell you this
lie
right
to the
now.
listeners.
There's literally no penalty for just being totally over the top about everything in your life, and you need to realize you go in and you're like,
There
I have
is.
to perfectly rank every experience I have.
100%.
Wrong. I go in, I'm like, that was the worst day ever, or it's the best day ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're always the best day guy when you're on
No,
here.
that's for the most part. I have about 6 days a week that are the worst day of my entire life, and then I come here and I go, oh,
Oh.
I'm free again. No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, so that's the podcast. Are we gonna be anywhere?
We have Spruce Street, Harbor Park.
Yeah, we are.
coming
man.
up on Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna be at Spruce Street Harbor Park. So I guess if like you're watching this and you want to get out on Saturday, come there. I think we're gonna be there around noon.
Yeah, Saturday.
you got any
the-
dates?
Saturday the 20th. We'll be there. Yes, I do. They're on the Instagram. November 2nd. I am trying to pump this one up. November 2nd, Media Theater. I will be there with Chip Chantry. He was in Tires.
Yeah.
Gina Hyena. She's been featured on the Joe Rogan podcast. All this cool stuff. So that's a fun show. Come out. We're trying to sell it. I'm trying to make a couple beans off that.
Wow.
And we'll see you there November 2nd.
Dude, go out to meeting and go see Maddie. All right. Go see Maddie, and support the comedy scene out here. I got nothing.
You have everything.
No, I got nothing going on. The Phillies are done. Mets fucking killed us. R.I.P.
Let's go Sixers. Paul George, great debut last night.
Let's go Birds. We'll worry about the Sixers after the All-Star game. Everyone knows the NBA doesn't start till the All-Star game.
Yeah, for the fakes.
Not everyone can go to a New Zealand Breakers versus Sixers game, dude.
Quick to go. Is Neanderthals and Homo sapiens like interracial dating?
That was a good question.
That was certainly a good question in
That was a
terms
good
of
question.
yeah. Okay,
Both races.
Huh?
They're both races.
That's right. No, that's not right. No, that's wrong. They're species.
You are talking out of your ass right now.
Okay.
You do not know.
You know what? We'll let the listeners decide.
You do not know what a race and what
you have
what
no
a,
idea.
What you?
Okay, dude. And sugar's caffeine too. All right, whatever,
It is, dude. It is. That's a podcast.
We love you guys.
We will. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.
Peace.